Hi there, Erica from Feel Your Core here. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you like what we do here, please like and subscribe. And remember, feel free to share because fitness with a friend is always more fun. So today we're going to get into a couple of abdominal exercises that are great add-ons to any exercise workout that you're already doing. The way I'm going to structure this is we're going to start from a foundational level and then slowly step up from there. So really all you need today is yourself. When we get to the Copenhagen Plank section, feel free to add a box or a stool if you wish, but I will show you how to do that without needing any extra equipment. Let's get strong. So we're gonna start out with cat-cow. We know and love this one, and I always feel like it's so underrated as a core exercise, and not only as a core exercise, but a full body one. So let's check it out. All right, so we're gonna go quadruped position, hands and knees, wrists right underneath the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips, all right? And then starting not rounded, not arched, but just a little bit more neutral. In this position, I'm gonna feel as if I am pushing the floor away from the side and the back of my body. So think serratus anterior lats, all right? I'm gonna rotate my upper arm bones externally, which is gonna send my hip creases, elbow creases towards the wall in front of me, still pushing away. And you can have toenail sides down, or you can have your feet positioned like you're about to do a push-up, either way. And I'm gonna start by inhaling to prepare, exhale, keep pushing the floor away, drawing my abs in and up, and continuing to push the ground away as I round through my spine. As I inhale and go into extension, so lumbar, thoracic, and cervical extension, I'm still pushing the ground away. Inhale, exhale to scoop the belly in, take head to tail, tail to head. So as I go through the lengthening of my spine in both directions, flexion and extension, again, I'm thinking about pushing the floor away. I'm thinking about length through my vertebrae the entire time. All right, so a few more of these. I like anywhere from 6 to 8. Okay, I am using a little bit of my glutes on the tail end of that flexion to get my pelvis underneath me, get into that posterior pelvic tilt, but I am initiating that with the abdominals, all right? So round one more time, cat and cow, and then finding neutral, and that's gonna lead us to the next exercise. Let's go. All right, so now we're gonna take this cat-cow into a bear hover. So what we're gonna do is we're going to find that flexion. So flexion in the lumbar, thoracic, and cervical spine. Okay, so neck, upper, mid, back, and low back. Pushing that ground away, externally rotated in those upper arm bones. If my toenails were down, I'm gonna flip them under so that my feet and ankles look like I'm about to do a push-up in the foot, right? And then I'm gonna make sure I have weight into my feet, and then I'm gonna inhale, prepare, and then exhale, I'm going to hover. So as you're hovering, I like to think of maybe singing a school song. I'm constantly curling my tail under, pushing that ground away. I feel my entire body working. My head and neck are nice and relaxed, so the shape of my spine stays nice and round. As I kind of feel any connections letting go, I just secure those connections back in. You're gonna attempt to do this maybe for as long as you can, maybe up to a minute, but start with what you can do, all right? So that's the shape of the bear hover. Maybe try to go for keeping those connections for 15 to 30 seconds, all right? Okay, we're back. So we're gonna intro the Copenhagen Plank, all right? So this is the plank that you usually see people doing with their foot or feet like on a bench, something high up. I'm gonna encourage you to start very slowly, right? This is gonna definitely work abdominals, it's gonna work obliques, it's also gonna work adductors. Most people, your adductors are tight and weak, okay? So that's why we wanna go slow with this, all right? So first, we wanna make sure that we understand the side plank, all right? So we gotta make sure that the elbow is underneath the shoulder, the body is in a straight line, okay? So we're gonna use some glutes to try to get this body into hip extension. So I'm just trying to make sure I have room to show you this here. Here we go. So as I lift up, I like to think about making a rainbow on the other underside of my ribs. So when I lift up, I inhale to prepare, exhale, and I lift. So I'm thinking about, I wanna keep a rainbow shape here, square shoulders, square hips. I'm using glutes to get my hip into extension so I can feel my glutes working so I'm not overarching in my low back, okay? So that is the piece. We gotta have this first, okay? If we don't have that, we're not moving on. All right, so say we have it, all right? So we're gonna bring this bottom leg a little bit forward. We're gonna let this bottom leg forward. The top leg is gonna be like our anchor leg, okay? So we're gonna try this side plank again. We're gonna inhale, prepare. Exhale, push up, okay? And then in this position, the first piece is, can I lift my bottom leg to hover? This is really hard, okay? Just this is really hard. So this is maybe where we start, and maybe you see if you can hold for 15 seconds, maybe going up to 30, okay? So that you find that like strength endurance piece. Once you have that, then you go up to that plank again, and then maybe you start lifting and lowering. And I'm saying lift and lower later so that you have the strength and endurance in the adductor to lift, so then you can be able to decelerate to set it down, and it's not that, okay? We don't want that. We want it to stay nice and controlled, all right? So that's how you do it, just on the floor, no equipment. If you wanna add an equipment, we're just gonna bring this guy in, and I'm gonna set up my top leg on the box, okay? And I'm gonna move forward a little bit here. I'm gonna line myself up again. I'm gonna try to keep my legs stacked on top of each other. And then when I go into my side plank, I inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift. And now I'm gonna try to keep, and this is just gonna be a hold for today. I'm gonna try to keep my inner thighs together. So I'm pulling the bottom inner thigh up to the top one. I can feel that I'm letting a little bit go, so I need to re-engage those glutes a bit for that hip extension and keep my rainbow, all right? And so that is like the challenge for, let's say, this week or maybe for the next couple of weeks. Again, that strength endurance piece, or even actually more kind of stability and like endurance piece, because you're a little unstable here, right? And we just want to be able to try out the ability to get into the position, keep your connections, and hold, okay? So you'll give that a try on each side. Remember, different side, different body, but that's what we're here for. So thanks so much for joining us today. Please, again, if you liked it, please like it and subscribe if you haven't already. Join our community. We have a lot of fun over here, and we'll see you next time. Bye.